Hello and welcome to the Tarka Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're playing the game Meet Your Maker, and I'm going to be going over a gift base. You see these in the Wasteland every once in a while. They're different than the loop base that I've shown you in the past. These gift bases work a little differently. Let's go in and see one. What's nice about this one is the actual owner. Let me make sure I pick the right one here. The actual owner put, there it is right there. It's called Hammon, Hammon. So if you see this in the Wasteland, it's in Brutal. The guy, I'm going to butcher their name, so I'm not even going to attempt to say the name. We'll just call him Cage for now. Wrote gift right on the front here. So I'm just going to go in and hit raid. This one's really different than the other ones you see. Now the way this person set it up, you get less returns initially, but the diminishing returns are not as bad. So you can go 6, 7, 8 times to get some really cool cash. So this base is set up with the destruction, the auto destruction. Now, you know, it's a mod. I'm not really sure if mods are going to give better parts or whatnot, but in this situation, they just want you to shoot the this mob through the wall, and you'll notice that most of the loot is just going to fall here in front of me. And we'll do a couple runs on this so you can see how it works. So what happened in there is the builder put self-destruct on the floor panels, and it just went through and destroyed all the mobs that are in here. You see, you don't see that much loot here because I don't think self-destruct does a lot of loot drops. I just noticed that it's not as plentiful when, I don't know if this is the best way of doing it, but it is free loot. Now, these two guys at the back here never die. They probably didn't have enough capacity to put these on self-destruct. So you have to actually destroy those. But once you get here, that's all you do is hit escape, R, and then F. Now, if you do it quick enough, it's within seconds, and then it just brings you back to the beginning. And that's how I've been doing it now with these type of bases. Even with the loop bases, I've just been using the escape R, F function to get me back to the beginning. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the mob again, and I'm just going to stand right here and wait for the magic to happen. And you'll see on the side there, I'll just get the loot as it falls on top of me. That's what makes this one kind of neat, is you don't really have to do anything. You just stand here. You don't have to run. You don't have to, it just does its own thing in the background. And then you just go in here and clean up. So I'm not really sure if you get the same amount if you were to just change these to bomb injectors and had people run it. But I did notice that you get more of these bigger yellow gift boxes. So if I hit escape now, I'm already at 200 Synthite. I'm already at 200, and I've only done this once. So I'm just going to hit escape RF. It's going to bring me back to the beginning, and I'm just going to run it again. And just like your loop bases that I had shown you about, this is another example that you never want to finish this base. You just want to, if you're bored and you need a few coins and you just want to stand around and wait for them to fall on your head, you can just do that. You see the returns are getting smaller now, but it's taken at least 3 runs to start seeing the diminishing returns. Now, I think that when I was running this last night, I got into 7 runs before I started seeing a terrible diminishing returns. So we're going to just run this a couple more times so you see how quick you can just bank the coin. I just wish that with this base, it was closer to the beginning, because the whole getting to this location it takes some time, but I guess it is what it is. I mean, it'd be nice if it was built closer to the starting point, and then that would be a double X gift, right? Because you're just right there, and these things are just falling on top of me here. Whoop, it's still blowing up in there. Okay, and then we'll just clean it out. And I think this is our 4th run, right? This is our 4th run through here. So you get full boat for these that you shoot yourself. These because I think what happens is when it does the self-destruct, I don't think you get full I might be wrong. I don't know if you get full value from the rewards because you're not real. I mean, I'm shooting one round, and I think maybe the game kind of understands that if a self-destruction has happened, it's changed, you don't get as much. And I think that's why the diminishing returns are more favorable in this situation, because it's not seeing you as destroying it; they're destroying themselves in there. All right, so that is done. I think this was our 5th reset. So we'll just so you can start seeing the diminishing returns now. I think I can get at least 2 more out of this. All right. So let's hit escape. At this point, we're at 340. So we'll do at least 1 more. And see how bad the returns are. And then what I'll do is after this run, I'll just leave. And at any time I can come back in. And that time I hit the floor, didn't even hit the mob. So it's when you start, when you start only seeing the 5 collected, the 5 instead of seeing 10, when you're getting the smaller loot boxes. So we're not seeing any of the bigger loot boxes falling on me anymore. They're all the small ones. And when we go inside here, we'll see that most of the loot are the. Actually, that one was that was parts though. In my opinion, parts don't really count. It's the yellow token boxes that I care about. Those are the ones that I care about. All right. We are going to go 1 more only because you see we got a 10 banger there at the end. And that was in a 5. So let's go 1 more time. And this time I will actually just die. I believe just getting 1 natural death is good for the builder. So I will make sure that the mobs at the end this time kill me. I know the hard reset that I'm doing, I'm still getting XP. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing about it is because I'm not destroying these traps. Yeah, we're not getting much. Oh, I wasn't standing in the right spot. Yeah, because I'm not destroying these traps. The traps are destroying themselves. I get full XP when I'm do the destroying myself. So we'll just kill this mob, kill that mob, and I'll just go in here and die. All right, so that's that. This way we can see how much we've got. So far in this gift outpost, I've died 19 times because it looks like it counts the resets as deaths, which is good for the builder. It's just a faster way of doing it instead of just going into a cube. But in this situation, I got 405 of the yellows, 270 of the parts. And if I hit escape here, you'll see the XP that I've got. I got 3,200 XP for this nonsense. And as you can see, I am mastered rank now. And these are the only bases that I really run because, as you know, if you follow my channel, I have motor skill issues with my left hand. So running raids normally for me seem impossible. So these kind of gift based really help me out when it comes to getting the yellow tokens I need to keep my bases running. And I'm a core builder. That's what I do is I like to core build. I don't really raid all that much. I didn't buy the game to do the raiding. I bought the game to be a builder so people could enjoy my content. But as you can see at the very top there, I've got 25,000 of the yellow tokens. And these bases that you'll find them through the wasteland. Now myself, I've got 2 loop bases up. I've got this one here called Berry. And I've got this one here called Vineyard. And, they're getting hits. They're getting raiders. People are getting the loot. And then I've got my traditional bases. I've got 3 traditional bases. Burnside, the Qbert base, had 39 kills today. That had 4 raiders, 24 raiders total going through there. That's my Qbert base. And then Coalfield's about to become master. That will happen tomorrow or very soon. You know, I got to get it through level 10, but there you go, folks. That's really what I wanted to show you. So if you find these bases in the wasteland, do not abandon them. Leave them in your lobby. I've got the Hurricane, which is the traditional loop base that I like to run, and then I've got the Ham-on gift base that we just run and I showed you. All right, well, thank you for joining me, and this has been the Tarkus Zone.